With me here, I have a visionary leader of not only Nigerian cricket, but also African cricket, very visionary and inspirational, Mr. Akpata, the president of Nigeria Cricket Federation. Welcome to Cricket 360.
Thank you very much. Really glad to be here. I've been looking forward to this.
Quickly, just tell us about the joy that comes with the hosting such an epic tournament, the year ender for African cricket.
Oh, look, fantastic. As I always tell Justin and the ICC crew, I said there were 3 qualifiers, A, B, and C, and you actually just saved the best for the last. So for us, we had 2 main objectives. To qualify as hosts, and obviously to create a nice environment, both in terms of the quality of play, the environment in terms of grounds, but more importantly, to give anyone who came visiting Nigeria, to give them the usual Nigerian experience. So on all 3 counts, I think it's been a reasonably successful event.
Big economy, the biggest in Africa. It should be easy for you to host because you guys have big money. It's just a snap of a finger away. But just tell me, how hard has it been for you to pull this off?
Well, things are really typical. Well, again, like most economies in Africa, you talk about challenges at this time. But when it comes to when we're all aligned in terms of wanting to make things happen, we always succeed. As we all know, the Qualifier C has been entirely sponsored by ICC. So we must applaud ICC for taking this across the region. First Tanzania, Kenya, and now here. But it's not just about the money, it's about everybody coming to the party. For us, media, broadcasters, the the players. I mean, quality has been good. Even when we had Cote d'Ivoire has shown steady progress, which is why it's important to bring 1 or 2 people together. So watch out for them in about 5 years. So when we look at all of the key performance indices across boards, I think it's been a reasonably successful event.
As the president of Nigeria, you're from Edo State, a very lovely place. I've never been there. That is blood on your hands. You and the boys haven't been there. But just tell me, how happy do you manage to keep a population of 200 million Nigerians happy? Because this tournament, first and foremost, was supposed to be in Lagos.
Yeah.
Then it comes to Abuja. The other 7 states, they have a grudge and a scope to settle with you.
Well, let's look at where we're coming from. 5 years ago, we could not have hosted this kind of tournament. Now we have options between Lagos, Abuja, and then Edo. Kaduna is coming because someone has said we can. So there's going to be some kind of, should I say, pressure on me that I'm just kicking the can down the road. But for me, it's beyond having facilities in place, but just showing our visitors the general experience that Nigeria has to offer. I mean, Edo is unique in its own sense. I mean, I would like a female tournament to go to Edo because that's where we have a high performance center for ladies, giving it back to the States. But Lagos, hopefully we host a couple of tournaments next year. So for us, it's really good. We're excited about this. A few learning points, definitely, that we're getting, but it can only get better.
I just tell me, it's one thing to be a big boy, and it's one thing to dance with the big boys. This tournament, how it's panned out, are you happy? Do you feel you've leveled up to the standards that were produced by Tanzania and Kenya? You qualify A and B?
I wasn't there in Kenya, but they had existing facilities, particularly Kenya, that's existed over time. I've happened to visit. For us, when we look across associates in Africa, we actually exchange notes. So I talk to my colleagues and say, are there learning points? And I think that's what's more important. So there is, at least let's give RCC a problem or say, where can we go to? Not because there are no facilities, but not because we just have those facilities in Africa. So it comes down to the broader objective of saying, we know that the overall objective of ICC is to ensure that there's growth of the game, take it to places beyond Asia, and Africa presents a huge opportunity to reach those numbers. So when we are talking about reaching 2 million people in the West Africa region, reaching up to 5 million people every year across Africa, the journey starts with things such as this.
Let's go down to the competition now. Do you feel justice has been served from the qualifier A, which is Malawi and Tanzania, the host that qualifier? They were the top ranked teams there. From qualifier B, Zimbabwe and Kenya produced daylight between them and the rest of the teams. And here, again, Nigeria and Botswana coming through.
One of my colleagues, our players rep and Endurance of past captain of our national team, he says, those rankings don't lie. And I think it's just been demonstrated here. I believe it's the top 2 ranked teams that come. A bit of competition from those who probably are going to come third and fourth. But for me, it's just that overall, you can see the standard. So you can be ranked first and your standard, it doesn't show. You can be ranked second in this group and doesn't show, but the standards has just been awesome. From day one, the century by guy from Botswana, I think, then followed by oh, by the way, for the records, Salim Salah is one of my boys. High score so far in this tournament. I've known him since he was about 11. Edo Boys High School was one of those that we sent to Kenya when they. So it's like there's a lot of all those excitements, good figures, and I think there's a strong tournament 11 that will probably recognize tomorrow. That will show that we indeed at the end of the day, good talent has been on display.
How is the team Nigeria going to celebrate the victory if it does come tomorrow? I know you like to get jiggy with it.
This pity you won't be here, but just watch out for that. No, but again, it's just about the whole team. Every team just coming through. All the players, we just want to give them, now that they've entertained us, or the cause we have the subcommittee on entertainment has to reciprocate. They must break the bar. The typical Nigeria way. That's all I can say for now.
And unfortunately, I cannot say bye-bye to you without going a little political.
Innocent of Africa.
Things are poking in African cricket. There is the Africa Cricket Association, and there is a new committee, the interim committee at the helm. You and Mr. Akpata Mukulani, the big boy from Zimbabwe. There is Stephen Musale, the president of Rwanda. There is Michael Nwagaba, the president of Uganda.
Yes, at the end of the day, it's clear that if things are not right at the governance level, you cannot progress. And truth be told, if you want to be transparent in terms of integrity that the game shows, we've suffered as a result of that in the last 3 years. We've now corrected that. Hopefully, there's a team that is in place in terms of people who are knowledgeable, who have shown the experience in running their own countries, led by someone who is even more experienced in terms of from Zimbabwe perspective. Or more importantly, we are all aligned with a common purpose to improve cricket in Africa, working together with ICC. That's what happened in Zimbabwe last month when we met as a collective to discuss these issues. So the first major problem has been sorted in my view. And I know for me and the rest of the people who have been entrusted with this by the over 40 associate members in the rest of the continent, we're only obliged to meet those aspirations. So watch that space. We are fully and totally dedicated to making Africa, at least for now, next to football, cricket is going to be the second best sport across the world.
It's nice or it lasted, but every good thing must come to an end. It's been nice and lovely talking to you, the visual leader of Nigeria Cricket Africa.
Let me just thank you for this initiative. Because at the end of the day, one of the key platforms of reaching out there is meeting the stakeholders, is spreading the gospel. And you guys have just done it very fantastically. And I'm sure I'll get more fans by having the privilege of appearing in this show. Thank you very much.
We got it all from Akpata, the president of Nigeria Cricket Federation. Very inspirational and a very visionary. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Stay tuned to Cricket360.
Thank you very much.